This complete doofus is called the Nigersaurus. Don't get any funny ideas about pronunciation.
Yeah,
In Cambodia,
I was gonna say that's dicey. I kind of feel bad for the dinosaur. All right, this is weird facts about every country in the world from Chat History, if you guys know the channel.
something weird about every country in the world. Oh, that's weird. A 9.0 magnitude earthquake rumbled Portugal on All Saints' Day in 1755 and was immediately followed up by several tsunamis and large-scale fires because of celebration candles being knocked over in people's houses.
Wow. It must have been lit, literally and figuratively.
It was a rough day.
W's
Before
for
it was
Portugal.
called Benin in
Sorry that happened.
1975, it used to be called Dahomey because it's where you hung out with all Dahomies. Thanks to legendary marketing, it is
That's not real. Is that real, chat? No way. No way. You're pulling my leg.
Dahomey because it's where you hung out with all Dahomies.
I'm Googling it. Dahomey was a historical kingdom in a country name that is now the modern nation of Benin. It was an ancient West African kingdom, and the country was officially called the Republic of Dahomey until 1975. Why'd they gotta rename it? Unless Dahomies have been in each other's booties. Gay! We can make it work, but I like the first option.
Thanks to legendary marketing, it is a common tradition in Japan to celebrate Christmas Eve with a feast of KFC. This video is not sponsored by KFC, but it could be.
Yeah, don't they think that like Americans are just out here getting KFC?
Like my toilet, Luxembourg has
KFC is something for being like, hey, it's Christmas in the Americas. We're an American food establishment, so you know.
a big old duke in it. It is the only country in the world to be ruled by a Grand Duke. In China, it is illegal to reincarnate without explicit permission from the government. Imagine police just waiting for you right as you're reborn.
Hey, who said you could do that? They just start like plucking the flowers like, we know who you were in a past life. Do you have a license?
Just don't be a girl. Niger is so cool that it has a dinosaur named after it. This complete doofus is called the Nigersaurus. Don't get any funny ideas about pronunciation.
Yeah,
In Cambodia,
I was gonna say that's dicey. I kind of feel bad for the dinosaur.
yeah, geckos are considered very lucky. It is believed that the number of chirps you hear from your gecko friend determines your future marriage. 1 chirp is good, 2 is not as good. 15 chirps is the percent you could save on your car insurance. Ancient Egyptians...
Hey, yo, hold on. I want to hear a gecko chirp. Sorry, chat. Oh, he kind of sounds like a bird. Listen. Beep, 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 beep. So I guess that's the sound you're looking out for anyway.
had their own police force consisting of specially trained baboons to take down fleeing criminals. The African islands of Sao Tome and Principe are home to this big honkin' rock dong called Cao Grande.
That's the big honkin' rock dong. That's like a statement of all time. He sounds like me for real, for real.
Or Big Dog, which marks the remains of an ancient volcano. Dominica's national dish is the mountain chicken, which isn't really chicken at all. It's the legs of the giant ditch frog. Yemen's cash crop...
Wait, what? They eat frog leg. Are they good? And if we think they're chicken, does frog taste like chicken? I have question.
is khat, a chewable leafy plant that contains cathinone, a stimulant which causes mild euphoria and excitement. Its effects are similar to drinking a very strong coffee.
Really?
There's an old tradition in Slovakia called the Easter whip, where women are splashed with water and gently whipped with a willow branch to promote fertility and youth. But it just seems like it would be annoying. For those who will eat just about anything,
Bro, it sounds like an excuse to me. You guys know how people will like take a wet towel and like tighten the end of it and then whip each other with it? It sounds like, oh, we're just doing that for like, a good reason.
delicacy in the Philippines is
That's what I would say too if I was being a pain in the ass.
balat, or
I'd say it was for a greater purpose.
fertilized duck embryo. Yeah, that's a hard pass for me. In 1969, Honduras and El Salvador battled in the Football War, which began after a heated football match, though tensions surrounding immigration were also a catalyst. The 100-hour war resulted in about 3,000 casualties. Alright, maybe football isn't as boring as I thought. Uzbekistan is home to the Muruntau mine, one of the world's largest open-pit gold mines.
Ooh.
There is
is that where Minecraft is?
no Danish word for please. Instead, they say "vær så venlig," which translates to "be so kind," which gives me strong Bioshock vibes.
Get this. Would you kindly head to Ryan's office and
subscribe to Chat History.
I don't know, it's kind of like the same thing, right? Like, please is kind of the same as, like, pass the butter, please, or like, if you would be so kind as to pass the butter. I feel like it kind of is the same.
Over 80% of the island nation of Nauru is now uninhabitable thanks to decades of lucrative phosphate mining. This is St. Vincent, and these are the Grenadines. They penalize homosexual practices, referred to hilariously as buggery, using the penal system. You get the joke. The United Kingdom is made up of England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, so let's not leave them out. England experienced the Great Stink of 1858 thanks to a ton of rotting poo-poo and industrial waste in the River Thames. This prompted the development of a working sewage system. In Wales, only 30—
They didn't get a working sewage system until, like, all of their waters was pooped in? And then it took them that long before they were motivated to fix it? How many doo-doo poo-poo water drinkers were there?
30% of people can speak Welsh. The national animal of Scotland is the unicorn. Northern Ireland has over 20 miles of peace walls which separate Catholic and Protestant communities from each other.
Yeah, my other question is, sorry, I keep pausing it. Like, how many people had developed sewers before them? Because, like, they may not have been the only doo-doo poo-poo havers, okay? Before they were like, we should probably fix it. I wonder how long that went on.
The Wodo-Abe tribe in Chad holds the annual Garawal Festival, where handsome stud muffins participate in a beauty pageant to an audience of potential wives.
Oh.
Right next door is Nigeria, Africa's largest oil exporter. The environment is shit, but the money is lit. In between the islands of St. Kitts and Nevis is a tiny landmass called Booby Island. Nice. The president of Equatorial Guinea has been in power since 1979 and has proclaimed himself—
Does anybody live on Booby Island? Is it hospitable on the booba?
—a god, free of any consequences for his actions.
Dang.
Not exactly the type of ego you want as a president. The top-selling beverage in Oman is Mountain Dew. Who knew they were such gamers? The Dominican Republic military and law enforcement members are not allowed to vote in any elections to avoid power abuse. Zambia has termite mounds the size of small houses.
Do they have cute anteaters at least?
To termites, they're huge houses. Apparently, in Croatia, it's frowned upon to leave your house with wet hair lest you succumb to pneumonia.
Oh, is it really? I'm sorry, I don't know much about Croatia. Is it really cold there? Oh, I remember being somewhere cold and I, like, took a shower and then went outside and the ends of my hair just froze immediately. And I was like, this a bad idea. This is why hair dryers exist.
Ukraine looks a little smaller than the last video. Well, the number 4 nuclear reactor at Chernobyl exploded in 1986, forever tarnishing the image of nuclear energy. The United Arab Emirates is home to Dubai, where everyone just looks filthy stinking rich. But with free trade and no income tax, what else are you gonna do? Students in Bangladesh over the age—
I mean, to be fair, isn't it like a lot of the people are rich, but the poor is like extremely poor too, right?
of 15 can face actual jail time for cheating on exams. So would you rather face failure or jailure? 8 days after their infamous attack on Pearl Harbor,
oh man, jail time! That's crazy. I didn't know any place did that.
Japan invaded and occupied Brunei to secure a source of oil. What an American move. Residents of Papua New Guinea used seashells as currency up until paper money was introduced in 1933.
Why is that cute? That's like some Animal Crossing type.
Though some tribes still prefer using the shells. Remember, you can't—
What? That is so cute. That's actually so cute. What the heck?
eat money, but you can eat shells. The Mexican city of Mexico City is sinking at a rate of 20 Mexican inches per Mexican year. Within the last
I know Japan is sinking. I didn't know Mexico is sinking.
century, it has sunk about 33 Mexican feet. Moldovians love their wine, which isn't too weird, but Moldovians love their wine. The first weekend of October is a national celebration of wine. Bottoms up.
Oh.
Mozambique is the
Do they have real good wine? Since they love it, you know?
only country in the world whose flag is absolutely strapped, as it sports an AK-47. Guyana is honestly just straight up a Minecraft map. With a very biodiverse landscape, Guyana is home to a coastal plain, a savanna, multiple mountain ranges, and a lush rainforest.
Pretty.
So you have plenty of places to choose from to build your first dirt house.
Yeah, except for there's probably so many bugs that exist there. Like anywhere with a tropical biome has like the scariest poisonous like creatures that are able to survive there.
Indonesia has so many islands. Look at all these islands.
Bet you they got some like poison dart frog ass shit. You know, I'm not a biologist, but
There are over 18,000 of them, with over 6,000 being uninhabited. $20 to whoever can find Penn Island. Are you a fan of communism? If so, there's an attraction in Lithuania where you can subject yourself to becoming a 1984 USSR citizen for 3 hours. Participants sign a waiver confirming that they will carry out any orders without objection or face harsh psychological and physical punishments.
People pay for this! Treat me like
Workers of the world, unite. An Ebola virus
I can't believe that people are like, hey, you want to go back in history and get treated like You're like, yeah, baby, sign me up.
outbreak in the 90s and 2000s wiped out 90% of Gabon's lowland gorilla population.
Oh, yeah. I kind of remember hearing about that.
Liechtenstein has no army or airports, so it's easy pickings. Citizens of Turkmenistan love their carpet, so much so that there is an official ministry of carpet in the government to approve all carpet purchases.
Bro, why is that kind of cool? I love when, like, other places, like, really specialize in certain things and, like, really have a passion for them. Like, that's cool.
Under Sharia law in Afghanistan, men are allowed up to 4 wives, but unlimited side babes. South Sudan is the newest country.
What? So is that, like, legal paperwork? Is that why they're just like, after 4, we don't feel like any more paperwork or benefits or whatever. It's too much, okay? We're capping it at 4. You can keep the other women. They just we can't put them on the paperwork.
Country on the map as of this video. It was formally recognized in 2011 after the end of the Second Sudanese Civil War, which killed 1.5 million people.
Dang.
Venezuela's minimum wage is about $6 a month, which is why Venezuelans can make a decent living farming gold on RuneScape, earning a few $100s a month. Argentina has
Yeah, it could be in other games too, right? Like, didn't WoW? I don't know. Do they play? Are they WoW players? But yeah. Anywhere where there's like an online market.
a church dedicated to
Gamer
Diego
jobbers.
Maradona, a famous football player from the 70s to the 90s. The parody religion is estimated to have over 9,000 followers, but the guy
Dang.
died in 2020, so where's your God now? The majority
Rip.
of Palestinian land is home to millions of olive trees, with some orchards being thousands of years old.
Wow.
Chile is home to the world's oldest mummies. The dusty Chinchorro mummies are believed to be over 7,000 years old.
That's crazy. Is that just because they were like who like back in time they just packaged their corpses better so like we found them or like less natural disasters happened?
Suck it, Egypt. The name Sudan comes from the
Yeah, I was gonna say because we have all of Egypt. I wonder why. Like, did they figure out like the secret dead people recipe to like not turn to dust?
Arabic phrase Bilad al-Sudan, meaning land of the blacks. Hey,
Oh.
I didn't name it. Bahrain has a 400-year-old
Well.
tree absolutely thriving in the middle of the goddamn desert. If this tree
Wow.
can make it, so can you. Motivational quote of the day. In Eswatini, it is illegal for any witch to fly their broomstick above 150 meters off the ground,
Ah, I've heard about that. I've heard about this one.
which is why Eswatini will never host a Quidditch match. Palau is home to a
Dang.
very unique lake, home to millions of jellyfish called, well, you guessed it, Jellyfish Lake. What's cool is that they've all
Jellies.
evolved to lose their stingers since no natural predators exist within the
What?
lake.
So you could go like snorkeling here and it wouldn't be dangerous, maybe. Well, it depends. There might be other creatures that are dangerous, to be fair.
How to take a dip and slap a jelly. In Ireland,
Don't slap them, jeez. They said they have no natural predators. If you go around slapping them, they're gonna develop the stingers again.
the Mick in last names means son of, and O means grandson or descendant of. So by that logic, McDonald's is the son of 2 Donalds. In 1974, Sweden sold 1,000 Volvo cars to North Korea for $73 million. The bill is still unpaid as of today and is valued at $330 million with
Dang.
interest. Probably
Oh.
best to just write that one off as a loss. On the
Yeah,
Yap
ooh.
Islands of Micronesia, you can find large limestone discs called rye stones. These were used as ceremonial gifts and currency. Their value lies in what people perceive it to be. Kind of like Bitcoin. Poland is the world leader in
Oh.
exporting
That's interesting. So were they inventing Bitcoin ahead of time?
amber, which is used in jewelry and souvenirs. I don't know, something about this just really bugs me. If insects weren't enough for
Ha! Dad joke spotted.
you, try some Vietnamese snake wine. The diluted venom adds a
What?
nice kick to it. Don't worry, it's safe to drink.
But what? But all right, who decided when they saw snake venom to be like, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna put that on my sandwich. Even I'm gonna drink that. Like, what? Hold on, don't go anywhere. I got some really exciting news before we dive into today's video. You remember these cozy slippers from a short a while ago? Well, instead of disappearing forever, we reached our funding goal. This means we moved from stage 1 to stage 2 in the Uwu Market petition timeline. And we're now ready to start stage 3. From now until December 6th, these cozy slippers are available, this time with beautiful, high quality product preview. Ta-da! Aren't they so handsome? And to make this even cooler, the guys and gals at Uwu Market report a special shiny variant that has breached containment. And also, all past and future orders may contain a pair of this rare shiny variants on top of the regular one. That's scary stuff. I didn't even know that could happen. I just want to stop and give a thank you to my community, to all of you guys for the love on these slippers. They turned out so much better than I had hoped, and I can't wait for all of you to get yours. Link is in the description. You know the drill. But now, let's get back into today's video.
Sometimes. In the 1870s, Belgians hired 37 cats to deliver mail, citing their magnificent sense of direction as foolproof. Didn't work out so well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about that. Maybe it's foolproof if they feel like doing something, but
If you're a huge fan of sand like you know you are, you can head on down to Namibia and visit Kolmanskop, an abandoned diamond mining town where resources dried up in the 1930s. Your Roomba is gonna have to put in some overtime. Since 2011, chess lessons have been mandatory in every public school in Armenia. Suriname is a South American country in South.
are they really smart there? I feel like chess is a difficult strategy game, like to learn. I wonder how their scores are for intelligence. I mean, they're probably higher than the U.S., but
South America, but the official language is Dutch. The Samoan Islands were split in 1899 between Germany and the United States. The US owns American Samoa, and New Zealand now owns Samoa. But it's all the same shit. The name Timor-Leste comes from the Malay Timor, meaning east, and the Portuguese Leste, meaning east. Welcome to Eastern East. Not just Gambia, but the Gambia. This African country was once ruled by President Yahya Jammeh, a bonkers dude who would perform literal witch hunts, torture HIV patients with dangerous fake treatments, and claimed he would rule for 1 billion years.
An actual super villain in here. Villain. Wow. An actual super villain in here. I can't speak.
He ruled for 22. In Nepal, cows
22 years of that. Holy.
are sacred. Like, really sacred. I'm talking clean your house with their poop sacred.
Whoa,
that's North Macedonia is home to one of the world's largest crosses. That's cool, I guess. I wonder when they're going to install the giant Jesus that goes with it.
Bro, huge bless! Huge!
If you have a unibrow, you're considered very attractive in Tajikistan.
Rosie and chat.
And only in Tajikistan. Are you a witch? If yes, you might want to visit the Witch's Pond in Romania. Rumor is that Vlad the Impaler got his noggin lobbed off here, so it's pretty neat.
Oh, right.
Yakuba Sawadogo of Burkina Faso was an absolute beast. This guy stopped the desertification of the landscape by planting a forest using ancient farming techniques. He brought together communities of farmers and taught them this technique, preventing further erosion of farmland. And he did all this without filming it for ad revenue. Fuck kangaroos. Australia is home to more Arabian camels than Egypt and even exports some of them to the Middle East. The capital of Singapore is Singapore. You can purchase a private island off the coast of Nicaragua. Well, not you, but someone with actual money can. Latvia lost 250,000 people, or 12.5% of its population, by the end of World War II. Ecuador is home to the Galapagos Islands, where Charles Darwin developed his theory of evolution. But that's just a theory, supported by evidence. The original native Jamaicans, the Arawaks, were almost entirely wiped out in the 1400s thanks to the Spanish coming over, enslaving them and coughing in their faces.
Oh, that's rude.
Men in Lebanon are legally allowed to pursue physical relations with an animal, but they have to be female, otherwise it would just be ridiculous. Spain annually hosts El Calacho, the baby jumping festival. Men dress up as the devil and jump over babies lying on mattresses in the street. Watch out for the soft spots.
What the hell? What is Spain doing? Jesus Christ.
Monaco is basically just a city full of circle-jerking rich folks. If you go there without 7 digits in your bank account, you'll be spit on like the peasant that you are. An island in the Bahamas is home to 20 to 30 feral pigs of unknown origin. They're a pretty cute tourist attraction, not gonna lie. Too bad half of them died because they ate sand. In Turkey, it's common.
They died from eating sand.
for people to eat meat as a dessert. You can try tavuk guso, a delicacy made from milk, sugar, cinnamon, and shredded chicken.
Sounds good. I will die, though, because of my allergies, but sounds great for everybody else.
It's probably pretty banging. Kuwait has the highest valued currency in the world. One Kuwaiti
Really?
dinar is about $3 US as of this video. Gotta love oil. In Libya, you can visit Ubari, a desert town that has a bunch of lakes near it. And thank goodness too, because boy am I thirsty. Oh wait, these are saltwater lakes.
Oh, rip.
Greeks can spit on you, but it's for good luck, so wish them
What?
even more luck back. Canadians,
I don't know about that. I feel like they might have told the tourists that, you know, as a gotcha.
use bagged milk. You guys are weird. When you think of ancient castle,
Hold on, let me go back.
Canadians use bagged milk. You guys are weird.
Yeah, I can't get over the fact that their milk comes in bags. Every time I see that, I'm like, how?
When you think of ancient castle moats, you might think of water infested with crocodiles. But Český Krumlov Castle in the Czech Republic used a moat of bears to deter enemies. There's even some still there
Really?
today. Hungarian man Erno
Beware of bears!
Rubik invented his famous cube and placed upon it a famous pube. Fancy breakfast?
Ew.
Better head on over to Belarus to celebrate Maslenitsa, also known as Pancake Week.
They have a whole week for pancakes? That sounds
Pass
great.
the syrup, please. Lesotho, or Lesotho, or however you want to say it, is known as the Kingdom in the Sky because even at its lowest point, it is over 4,500 feet above sea level, so it's like way up there. Trinidad and
Wow.
Tobago has a natural asphalt pit. This slop hole of road juice spans 99 acres and is 246 feet deep. Cyprus
Ooh,
has a wishing
that's
tree.
crazy.
Simply write your wish on a ribbon or a piece of cloth and tie it to the tree, and it just might never come true. Due to scarce
No!
resources, North Koreans sometimes use their own soft serve as fertilizer for crops. Honey, I think
Oh.
something's wrong with the vegetables. They're looking a little shitty. I know.
That's disgusting.
Welcome.
I didn't need to know about. I could have gone my whole life, actually. I really could have gone my whole life. I really thought they meant ice cream, and I was like, surely they don't mean. And then he said this, and I was like, nah, they do.
U.S. President Abraham Lincoln
Oh God, oh.
once complimented San Marino, so they granted him honorary citizenship. Paraguay's got a heck of a strong navy, especially for a country that's completely landlocked. The megalithic temples of Malta are some of the oldest standing structures in the world, dating back to 3600 BC, and they would
Wow.
probably make a pretty neat Counter-Strike map. You know the capital
Probably.
of Thailand is Bangkok, but that's only a nickname. The real name is this.
Whoa! Why does it keep going?
In
Stop!
Morocco, the organ of love isn't the heart, it's the liver. Cheers to that. The national dish of Comoros is lobster and a vanilla sauce. Costa Rica has
Oh.
no army. It was abolished in 1949 after a civil war. The military budget was instead put towards education. Kiribati is quickly sinking thanks to rising sea levels, but now
Oof.
everyone has oceanfront property, so it balances out. There is
I
no
don't know,
speed limit
for
on the
now.
majority of the German Autobahn, so be sure to watch out in the left
Yep.
lane as I'm zooming past at 300 kilowatts
I
per
knew
hour.
that one.
In Colombia, you can
Kilowatts
find the
it's-
Caño Cristales, also called the River of Five Colors, thanks to aquatic plants and algae. I
That's
swear
crazy
the
looking.
yellow's not from me. Between 1949 and 1989, the USSR conducted 456 nuclear tests in Kazakhstan, which wasn't very
Oh,
beneficial to the
dang.
local population. Hey, it's the middle of the video. Time to
Hello.
hydrate.
Okay. Hold on, I go get it.
Back to the video. In Mauritius, there are tales of a werewolf who can transform into various animals. In his human form,
Ooh.
he is covered in oil, making him too slippery to catch.
Ew!
Air pollution in Bosnia and Herzegovina sucks, especially in the winter months when everyone is burning coal and wood to stay warm. India has a skeleton lake in the Himalayas where the remains of over 300 people have been at rest for a few thousand years.
That's
In
terrifying.
2022 and 2023, the Tanzanian government approved the forcible removal of the indigenous Maasai tribe. This paved the way for a United Arab Emirates company to establish trophy hunting and elite tourism spots. Dick move,
Oof.
UAE.
Yeah, that's
Andorra
not
is a
great.
popular tax haven for many wow webcam sites. But
Hey,
you
yo.
shouldn't be looking at that kind of stuff. If you ever find yourself in Estonia, be sure to visit a local village swing, because they look fun as hell. In Georgia, aka Sakratvilo, you can find Vartsia, a 6,000 room cave city. It just reminds
That's
me a lot of
crazy.
Markarth and Skyrim. In Kyrgyzstan, you can play Kizku, a horseback kissing game where you have to steal a
What?
kiss from your opponent. Kizku?
What?
No. Kiss you. Mwah. Malaysia follows a unique rotating
horse
monarchy
race.
system, meaning that 9 different kings rule for 5 years at a time. In Malawi, mosquito nets were distributed amongst the population to reduce malaria outbreaks, but everyone just used them to fish instead, causing a huge surge in overfishing. Falconry
rip.
is a big deal in Qatar. You can even bring your winged friend on a plane as long as it has a valid passport.
That's
Who's
cool.
my good little boy? There are about as many
I
horses
would like an emotional support falcon. That sounds cool.
in Mongolia as there are people. Everyone needs a horse. Homes in
Horses.
Uruguay don't typically have numbers, but are instead named. What would you name your house? Americans love spending money, even money that they don't have. That's why the public credit
True.
card debt is over $1 trillion.
To be fair, that's not even the reason why. It's not like we all like being in debt. It's also because, like, the fact that you have to have credit to get certain things means you have to go in debt. Like, you have to go in debt in order to build credit. You can't just not have credit. Also, we're poor, but, you know.
Now, it's just going to ask you a few questions. Thanks. Brazil is home to over 100 uncontacted, isolated tribes, the most in the world. One sneeze, and they're all gone. Bulgarian mothers will often tie a red thread on the wrists of newborns to protect them from evil spirits. Sierra
Really?
Leone had an iconic cotton tree in the capital city of Freetown. It survived hundreds of years before a big ol' storm blew it over in 2023.
Oof.
Bhutan has a thing for drawing weenies and peenies everywhere. Here's them
Really?
blurred because, censorship. Residents paint the floppy phalluses all
my
over as a
God,
symbol
they're
of good
everywhere.
fortune to fend off evil spirits.
Bro, they believe the dongus will get rid of the spirits?
Ooh. Oh,
Beware!
gross. Modern
Big
day
dongus.
Iraq stands upon what was once the world's oldest civilization, Mesopotamia. The Bolivian salt flats
Lord dongus, protect me.
are something straight out of a dream. The calm, shallow waters provide a clear reflection of the sky and make for a darn
Pretty.
good desktop wallpaper. Serbia has balls. Big stone ones called the
What?
Pavlin globes that are said to
Oh.
heal and grant the wishes of those who fondle the large spheres. Tonga
Dang.
is the only
Fondle
Pacific
Serbia's
country to
balls.
not be colonized, and that's a point of pride of the Tongan people. In the Netherlands, over 30% of Dutch women give birth in the comfort of their own homes. In
That's
1492, the Spanish sailed the ocean blue, then invaded Barbados, killed and enslaved the local population. In 1498, Emperor Maximilian I was sick of hearing castrated men sing in his choir, so he formed the Vienna Boys Choir, which still exists in Austria today, with new members, of course.
Are they also castrated or?
Zayoli dancers from Côte d'Ivoire are easily voted the worst upstairs neighbors in the world. Despite being known for exporting crisp, clean water, over half the population of Fiji does not have access to crisp, clean water. Across
That
the
is
Xiangkhouan
so weird. Brand a water company after a place that their people don't even have water.
plains in Laos, you can find thousands of ancient jars scattered across the landscape. However, no ancient cookies have ever been recovered. Switzerland
They find ancient anime girls in them, or?
has some of the most relaxed gun laws in the world, with 1 in 4 Swiss people owning a gun.
Really?
As such, Switzerland's crime rate ranks among the lowest in the world.
I did
Start
not know
taking
that.
notes, America. Grab your bros,
Interesting.
because every Friday in Angola is Men's Day. Angolan men will go out, drink, and party, leaving their girlfriends and wives at home. If you ever want to look
Brody.
like a complete badass for Rwandan final boss, you can adopt the traditional Amansunzu hairstyle. This
Whoa, that is wild.
instantly adds plus 20 to intimidation. Cape Verde was never inhabited until the 1460s when
I'm sorry, I'm just caught up by that haircut. I feel like people in the US, we just like recycle things. We're just like, oh, here's the same haircut from the 80s, but like slightly different. Like we need to come up with something else.
Portuguese
Our fashion trends are so boring and lame.
explorers colonized the islands and brought African slaves over. Azerbaijanis
dang.
celebrate Nowruz, a celebration of winter's end. Traditions include eavesdropping, eating salty cake, and putting apple seeds under your pillow. Ethiopians
the heck?
use a 13-month calendar, 12 months with 30 days each, and a 13th month with 5 or 6. This means Ethiopia is 8 years behind the rest of the world. The
Oh, yeah,
Solomon
that's so
Islands are a
weird.
great destination if you want to explore wrecks of sunken World War II planes and ships, because that's where World War II planes and ships sank. The Maldives
Oh, I bet you a lot of people, maybe they go scuba diving there.
have a flag within a flag. Pretty cool flag. Israel and Palestine are the best of friends and finally at peace. And then you wake up and wonder why you just dreamt about the end of a 75-year conflict. Botswana's Okavango River doesn't flow into a sea or a lake. It just kind of leaks out over the land. Just give me 1 second, excuse me. There you go. Snow is becoming more and more common in the Sahara Desert, with
Really?
recent snowfalls being reported in northwest Algeria in 2023. Slavery was
Interesting.
abolished in Mauritania in 1981, but wasn't criminalized until 2015, and as of 2016, there were
Holy.
still 43,000 known slaves in the country. Ever get thirsty at
Wow.
a gym and you gotta gulp down a few crisp glugs from an LK EZS 8L? In Italy, you can slurp that sweet, or dry, red good from a free 24-hour wine fountain found in Caldari di Ortona.
Dang,
Salute.
free
In
wine.
Guinea-Bissau, it's custom for boys of the Agande tribe to survive alone in the forest for several months as a trial towards manhood. In 2019,
God.
the Central African Republic was ranked as the world's hungriest country. So
Oof,
when your
that's
mom tells
rough.
you that there are starving children in Africa who would love your unfinished dinner, tell her to cook better. Senegal has a tiny island
Oof.
made entirely from
I don't recommend. I don't recommend.
seashells. You're gonna want to wear shoes or else your little
That's
piggies are
cool.
gonna get hurt. Liberia was
Ouch.
founded in the early 1800s by the American Colonization Society as a safe haven for freed slaves. Some Albanians hang teddy bears or stuffed animals from their rooftops to scare away evil spirits.
Oh man, the plushie's gonna fight off the demons.
Ooh. Aw, this is way better than Bhutan. Syria is home to the world's oldest known library in the city of Ebla. Have fun reading your rock,
Wow.
nerd. If you're like me, like I know I am, you know that you're going to die someday. So why not go out in style like they do in Ghana with a fantasy coffin? These unique caskets
What?
are
Those
sure
are
to keep your
cool.
family
What the
laughing as they huck you into the ground.
Yeah, look at these. One of them's a big ass shoe. It's a Nike shoe, and one of them's a goddamn lizard. That's crazy.
Before the Zimbabwe dollar was abolished in 2009, $1 US was equivalent to 35 quadrillion Zimbabwe dollars.
Wow,
Beginning in
holy
1598, Russia entered the times of trouble, which plagued the country with political turmoil and famine. It ended once
Oof.
Mikhail Romanov was elected as Tsar, establishing the House of Romanov. Mali is
Oh.
currently on year 12 of a civil war. Best to avoid
Dang.
Mali until they get that sorted out. Many residents of
That's-
Guinea
that's
still opt
rough.
for going to a traditional healer when feeling sick. And if things
Really?
get really bad, the healer will tell them to go to a real doctor. Burundi is home to
Really?
a vicious man-eating crocodile named Gustav. He is said to have eaten over 300
Gustav.
people, is almost 70 years old, and weighs over 2,000 pounds. He's a
I don't know, guys. I feel like this might be misinformation. I feel like we might be blaming this guy for too much. I don't know. If I was a murderer, I'm just saying I'd blame it on the crocodile too. That's all I'm saying.
the big boy. Christopher Columbus reached Haiti in 1492 to the warm welcome of 400,000 Taino people. 10 years later,
Wow.
the population would drop
Wow.
to just 3,000 Taino people. If you're in Iceland, nature wants to kill you. Wind, water, snow, rocks, volcanoes, they all want you dead. Djibouti is one of the driest
Djibouti.
African countries. It has no reliable freshwater sources, so bottled water could be used as a form of payment if you forgot your wallet. A treasure hidden by
Really?
French pirate Olivier Levasseur is said to be somewhere in Seychelles. It is estimated to be worth over $1 billion. The one
Dang.
is real. My fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything I own in Seychelles. Beginning in 1920,
Berry treasure hunter.
single mothers in France can be awarded medals of honor for raising more than
You're gonna find the One Piece. True.
4 children. Gold is awarded for 8 or more children, silver for 6 or 7, and bronze for 4 or 5.
Bro, they're giving out medals for birthing children. Let's go. I mean, that's a lot of kids to raise, man.
Pakistan produces 40% of the world's soccer balls.
Really?
Football balls. It is believed that HIV originated in Cameroon in 1908 after an infected chimpanzee was hunted for meat. St. Lucia
Huh.
is the only
I
country
didn't
in the
know
world
that
to be
either.
named after a woman. In 2007, Iranian officials arrested a team of 14 spy squirrels who allegedly wore recording devices. A dead pope once stood trial in the Vatican City, and I covered this in another video, so be sure to check that out. Wink.
Very
The
cool.
Blue Hole in Belize is one of the deepest ocean sinkholes in the world. You couldn't pay me to go over that dang thing. Antigua
nope.
and Barbuda
That looks like an abyss hole to hell. I would not.
named their highest mountain peak Mount Obama after the American president. Thanks,
What?
Obama. The oldest known instrument in the world, a 55,000-year-old pipe, was found in Slovenia. Yeah, good job, Slovenia.
Whoa.
The island nation of Tuvalu makes bank by selling the rights of their international domain .tv to media websites worldwide, earning around
Really?
$7 million a year from this alone. You think
That's
Twitch.tv
crazy.
meant .television? Nope, Twitch.tuvalu. Before
Tuvalu is fun to say, don't you guys think? Tuvalu.
Somalia was Somalia, it was called Punt, meaning land of the gods. Despite being
Punt means land of the gods?
95%
He said, well, that's where I'm gonna send you if I'm punting you.
desert, Saudi Arabia has to import sand from Australia. Arabian sand isn't very suitable for construction purposes. In Vanuatu, natives on the island of Pentecost perform the ritual of Nangal, where they bungee jump off of rickety towers using vines as cords. It goes just about as well as you would think. The median
No way he's using Brave Fencer Musashi. The town music in Brave Fencer Musashi in the back of this part of the video. I'm sorry, but that was my first video game.
The median age of the Ugandan population is about 16 years old thanks to low life expectancy but high fertility. City of Carthage. You know, the one that got its shit kicked in by the Romans a few thousand years ago?
Oof.
Yeah, that Carthage. The country of Eritrea has no official language, so go somewhere else. The formation of Panama over 20 million years ago is regarded as one of the most important environmental events to ever occur, as it has helped regulate ocean temperatures and weather conditions. Good job, Panama. Thanks to
Good
their
job.
Belgian colonizers, the people of the Democratic Republic of the Congo have an unhealthy obsession with mayonnaise. The Marshall Islands
Oh.
established the world's largest shark sanctuary in 2011. And boy, are those sharks happy. I mean, look at that smile. Myanmar is only one of 3 countries to not use the metric system. They instead
Really?
use the Burmese system, meaning that there are 20 Kathas and an Althaba. Apparently, Montenegro
what?
has a fake prince. Stefan Chernitic has been meeting other royals and celebrities for years, presenting himself as Prince of Montenegro and Macedonia, but neither regions have had royal families for ages. To no surprise, Kenya pumps out some of the best long-distance runners in the world. In South Korea, age is done a little bit differently. You see, when you're born, you're immediately 1 year old, as it's your first year of
What?
age. And then you gain an additional year each January 1st on the new year. So if you're born on December 31st, you're instantly 2 years old the next day.
What?
Historians think the name
Why do they do it that way? That's wild.
Guatemala either originates from land of the plentiful forests or mountain of vomiting water. Hopefully the latter.
Whoa, having that mean those two different things, like what the why?
The national sport
Those are way different.
of Madagascar is merengue, or bare knuckle boxing, and
Yo,
it's
that's pretty cool.
brutal. Oh, what's that? You thought Ireland was the potato capital of the world? No.
Well, probably not really cool, but it sounds cool.
Peru has over 4,000 different types of potato, from this
Whoa.
kind to that kind. In New Zealand,
Peru, land of the plentiful potatoes.
you can find a big ol' hill with a big ol' name, and that name is... Yeah, I'm not gonna pronounce that. You do it. South Africa has a great chain of Christian Bible and religious text stores called Cum Books. Oh,
What? Whoa.
gross, all my pages are stuck together. In
Ew.
2021, El Salvador recognized Bitcoin as legal tender. Let's just hope that they all have diamond hands. The Republic of the Congo is where you would find the famous Pygmy tribe, an indigenous tribe whose members are unusually short in stature, with men averaging 5 feet and women averaging just 4 feet. It has only
Wow.
ever snowed in Cuba once
Schmoll, the smallest of peoples.
in 1857. Poor Cuba. Grenada has
Poor
an underwater
Cuba.
sculpture garden you can visit on a diving trip. It's honestly creepy as hell. There is a
Yeah, that does. I've seen pictures of that, and it seems so scary.
Sri Lankan belief that if you do not satisfy a mother's strange pregnancy cravings, it will cause her to become weak and the fetus angry. So stock
The
up
fetus is angry. The fetus is angry. Feed the mother, let her consume.
on the pickles and the peanut butter. Half of the population of Togo practices voodoo, but it isn't violent and evil like movies portray. It's actually very
Oh.
spiritual. The world's oldest dam can be found in Jordan. The Jawa Dam was built some 6,000 years ago, but now that there's no water around, it doesn't look all that impressive.
Rip.
Damn. This is what it looks like when you visit Norway. This is what it looks like when Norway visits you. A
Uh-oh.
group of Finnish students established the International Day of Failure in 2010. Those celebrating are to reflect on past failures and learn from them. The holiday occurs every October 13th, so
Huh.
if that's your birthday, congrats, you're a failure. learned from
No!
it. So that's it for all the countries. I do have 2 honorable mentions which only have partial diplomatic recognition, but I had people ask about them in my last video, so here you go. Over 90% of Taiwanese people suffer very poor short-sightedness thanks to endless hours spent on screens and in the classroom.
Wow.
Taiwanese children spend less than half an hour outside each day.
Dang,
Apparently
that
Kosovo
sucks.
is pretty pro-American, and that's all I need to know to say that Kosovo is a-okay in my book. Alright, so that was a lot of countries. Did I miss any this time? If you
I have
haven't
no
already,
idea.
be sure to check out my video of bad things about every country. Don't
Oh.
worry, I'm pretty lenient. I'll see you there.
I'm more glass half full at the moment. I'll take the weird facts. Anyways, that was Chad History. Make sure to give him a like, give him a follow. That was so many interesting facts that I had no idea about that I probably will slide right off my smooth brain, but I really liked them.